have I been saying to y'all for the last 6 months to a year? I have consistently told y'all that we do not have any real black leaders, especially black male leaders, especially if they are in the Christian circuit. Let's talk about this. What's up, y'all? It's Jay here. I'm sorry, I just sneezed. It's allergy season. Ooh, and I think it's gonna be a doozy. Again, my name is Jay, your accountability coach and ghetto psychologist, and it is my life's purpose to get black people to mentally unplug from this patriarchal system of white supremacy. Jamal Bryant has struck again. He is struck one more again. This man is never in the headlines for anything good. I ain't seen nothing good. I'm not saying he don't do good. He's a hell of a pastor. I give it to him because I've been to his church and he gives a good sermon. He does. I like his sermon, but I don't trust him. A snake can say something that make you feel good. I still don't trust you. My discernment is way, way high. I know how to separate the message from the messenger. So I can realize that, damn, you gave me a powerful sermon and I'm going to take that. That's a part of your gifts. God gave him a gift where he can really speak well and invoke a certain emotion, but he's exploiting his gifts, and that's why the blessings that he really could receive, I know people gonna be like, oh, you saying something, you talking about his blessings, but the blessings he could receive, he's not gonna get until he change, until he heals that part of himself, until he recognizes how wrong that part of him is, because consistently he has been this tight. He's a capitalist. Most of these Christian leaders are capitalist. Sorry if y'all can't recognize that by now. This man, and I've made content on Nakima, Levy, Armstrong when it came to the protest that was in Minneapolis that Unlimited and Georgia Ford were literally locked up for just being there as press. That was led by her. Come to find out, Miss Armstrong also was the leader of the Target boycott in general. Did you know that? You probably didn't. I didn't either.
So first off, there's been all sorts of, a lot of people don't even understand the timeline, all sorts of who's doing what. And the reality is your group called for a boycott in Target, boycott of Target. Nina Turner's group called for a boycott of Target. Both of those commenced on February 1st. And Pastor Jamal Bryant's Target fast started on March 5th, which was initially supposed to last for 40 days and then go further.
And I'm going to just put some footage in here. This is from Mims Make It Make Sense. This is from his content. Of course, he's looking at somebody else's content, but I like his because it's just straightforward into the facts. Let's do it.
As we're still fighting for justice for George Floyd, as the trial for Derek Chauvin is getting ready to happen, Target then essentially positions itself as a national leader on corporate responsibility and racial justice. They put out a statement saying that they were going to pledge $2.1 billion in furtherance of the Black community. And they said that this money would do 4 things. Number 1, it would improve the Black customer shopping experience at Target. Number 2, they were going to improve the hiring and promotion practices of Black employees at Target. Number 3, they were going to put more Black brands on the shelves. And number 4, they were going to improve their supplier diversity networks, which we thought, this is phenomenal. This is exactly what a company should be doing. Right. So we all doubled down on our support for Target beginning in 2021 after that. So that is why it was such a shock to see them within 1 week of Donald Trump taking office, for them to make an announcement that they were going to roll back diversity, equity, and inclusion. Mm-hmm. And in my spirit, I said, this cannot stand. There is no way. I knew it had been other companies that did it, but they weren't in our backyard. And they don't have what we have in Minnesota in terms of how we are with Target and our expectations for Target and Target's connection to the community. And so in my spirit, I said, no, God had this happen here for a reason, but I wanted to still hear from the people. So that's why I took those steps. So then.
Again, proof positive as to why the boycott was for Target. Target is headquartered right in her backyard, Minneapolis.
So here we go yet again. We have a Black woman who has a great idea, right? She may not have the largest platform, but she wants to start small in her own community, okay? Because the Target warehouse is in Minnesota. It's in Minneapolis, okay? That's where she is. That is where the protest was. That's where a lot of stuff been going down. A lot of protests happens in Minnesota. Minnesota is, they the ones They them ones, because they got a lot of shit going on up there. The whole ICE thing, 2 people, still always rest in peace to Nicole Good and Alex Pretty. Still always rest in peace to them. But that's where all of that went down. George Floyd. It's just a lot going on up there. So they do a lot of these movements. There's a lot of grassroots organizations. There's a lot of nonprofit. There's not nonprofit business going on. That being said, she started the Target boycott in general. Come to find out that she had meetings with Jamal and his people. And, at first it was like, yeah, we don't mind you guys coming along and helping and spreading the word and just making this into something nationwide because you have a bigger platform. No, we don't mind that. That's actually great. Cut to Jamal and his people have created a total different but similar movement called the Target Fast. Now, understand that a fast means that you're just done for now. You're going to come back to it. A boycott can last forever. So fast indicates already that you have a plan to stop, a plan to go back. That's what a fast is. If I fast from food, is because I want to get something done in that time that I'm fasting, but it doesn't mean I'm never going to go back to eating food. A boycott, again, can last forever. So we already changing the terminology. You make a website, and then your people go on and make it seem as though this is their movement, like they started it.
So we're thinking they're going to help get the word out, do all these things to amplify what we're doing. But like I said, that night I turned to Roland Martin and it's Nina Turner. And what she's saying is kind of incoherent about a boycott because it's not, I don't know if it's not what she does. I don't know. But one of the things she said during the interview was, oh yeah, we have, my organization has activists on the ground in Minnesota. And I'm thinking, is she talking about us? Because we're not her activists on the ground in Minnesota.
Now you have Nina Turner going on a press tour, taking credit for it. And what I like about Nakima is Nakima understands this process and knows that it can actually be beneficial for people who have name value to attach themselves, but to just be like, we have boots on the ground as if this was something you started. This shows you how some of this is just ego.
We're autonomous. We don't work for anybody, especially some random person from out of state who we just met. So that was misleading. When she first went to Roland Martin, the way she positioned it, it was like her organization had started a boycott and she had activists on the ground in Minnesota.
And they're conflating what the demands are and making them into something totally different than what the original demands were stated by Miss Armstrong. And then you got people in the comments going in on Miss Armstrong because when she was on Roland Martin's show, she went in and
like that is what gives us the advantage in this conversation.
But if
this is a hometown company
right,
that made a specific pledge in the aftermath of George Floyd being killed, and the people who stood up and fought for George Floyd were the ones who declared that this boycott would happen. So let's not get it twisted and bring in everybody and their grandma when you know full well that Target is headquartered here. That's why Tamika, that's why Nina, that's why Jamal had to go to Washington, D.C. to call this press conference because they're not welcomed in Minnesota after their actions.
But like I said, I think my comment got deleted. I say y'all always do this to black women. Y'all do. Y'all do this to black women all the time. So many times. So many times we have led something. We have done something and somebody is taking it from us and muddied the fucking waters. So many times. And the main reason Nakima said she did not want to work with Jamal was because he doesn't have integrity. A man with Jamal's reputation should not be leading a church, let alone a fucking movement. I said it with my chest. He need to be a fucking motivational speaker, not a clergyman. I'm a stand on that. And a lot of these clergymen don't need to be clergymen because I got a different expectation from somebody who calls themselves a man of God, a man of cloth. I have a different expectation for you. Am I wrong? Maybe. Will I change? Maybe not. Because you have a different calling that you answer to. That's why I'm not ever going to be a religious leader. But that's why I decide, I'm going to clean my life up a little bit. Just a little bit more. Because I can't, I got to be somewhat of an example. Now I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to do what I want. But I'm also not going to lack integrity. Like, I'm just not going to look like what people think that I'm supposed to look like as a black woman. But I'm not a religious leader. Yet I'm still answering a higher call, and I'm not denying to people who I am. A lot of these religious leaders, clergymen, they deny who they are to people. Snakes, literal snakes. Jamal looked like a snake to me. Like he kind of looked like a cobra or something. Something about him looked like a snake, an animal. Like I don't like how he looked. I don't really like how he looked. Like I said, the man he delivers a message. He do. I give it to him. And then I keep telling you, there's a lot of wordsmith out here. It's a lot of people that know a lot of words. You got to watch them because they sound intelligent. And some of them, they intelligent, all right. And intelligent in the form of manipulation. So you got to be careful with them. But him, I'm not rocking with him. Like I said, I've talked about him a lot. I've talked about him. He's not no leader to me. I don't see a lot of black male leaders right now. There's some, but I don't think they have the platform that's big enough. And even when they do have larger platforms, some people just don't want to listen to them. They don't want to follow them. And unfortunately, they get to a point where I think they start to water their content down a little bit because they start linking themselves to people who don't really completely match the brand. And again, you don't have to agree with everybody. Of course, there's going to be some people that you still connect to, and it might not be in every avenue. I just don't see a lot of them. Sorry. Like, yeah, you got the Deontay Cows, you got the Conscious Lees, and you got some other ones. Like I said, you got some other ones, but they not. It's just, are they really leading? You know, like I know what Deontay Kyle is doing. I definitely know what Conscious Lee is doing. But the rest of these guys, they just people who talking online. Are they really leading though? Like, are they really doing stuff in their community? What are they promoting and creating for the world? That's what I mean. Because it's one thing to just talk online, but it's another thing to actually start putting things out into the world.
A world so undivided, we must retrace the steps of human history to understand how we got here, dependent on a system that promotes human suffering. It is then we will experience profound enlightenment and unplug from the system as we know it. Thorn to the Eye is a guide designed to help Black people unplug. Are you ready to experience your awakening? They're available now.
It's another thing to start putting your feet on the ground and doing humanitarian and philanthropic work. I'm just saying. When the last time y'all volunteered to do something? Anybody? I'm gonna tell you, it's been about 2 years. I haven't volunteered in about 2 years. I feel kind of bad about it, but I don't have the time right now. I'm trying to finish an internship, shouter. If you know, you know. I don't have time to do much of anything besides trying to get some money so I can make it until I graduate. I'm gonna be real. Once I graduate, I can do all the things. But right now, I can only do so much. And this is my contribution. I got courses. I'm on here talking to y'all. It's my contribution right now. But it scales, it grows, it gets bigger. But I don't see too many Black men doing anything. Sorry. I already made content about this. Y'all got mad. Y'all died. People dislike the hell about that video. Engagement is engagement though, baby. I'm sorry that the truth hurts. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that y'all can't see it as being the truth because you want to deny reality. But it is a stark reality that we don't really have any Black male leaders. And even the Black male leaders we had 60, 70 years ago, some of them still shaky when you get into their backgrounds. Lucky for them, they didn't have the internet because my God. But what I like about these men back in the day, especially like a Malcolm X, is they tell the truth about their past. We know Malcolm was something else before he turned. Well, Malcolm Little was something else before he turned into Malcolm X. He was something else. He was a white woman lover, a pimp. That he was living. He was on the dark side, but he experienced enlightenment, and we know that though. We know that a part of his journey. You know, he tells the truth. But you got the Jamal Bryants, who you do things for clout. Like you are a clout chasing ass pastor. How is it you go on a reality TV show with your now ex-wife for exposure? You want to do this pretend get back together relationship so people can see who you are. Just a fucking whack ass nigga, bro. The more I keep talking, the more I just can't respect him as a man. I can't respect him. I just don't respect Jamal. Been to his church. Let me tell you about my experience at his church real quick while we on it. Y'all remember that video going around with Marvin Sapp and close the door? Now, it wasn't that extreme. Jamal didn't tell people, he didn't lock them in. But he got them motherfucking ushers trained though, the same way. To not really let you out or to look at you crazy when you ask them, hey, can I go out? Because I want to make sure I'm not going to a locked door. That's the only reason. I'm not asking, can I go out? Like, do I have your permission? Bitch gonna look at me like I didn't say nothing. Like I'm not here. It made me turn around. Like, am I invisible? So I'm just like, we just walk by. Because I don't have time for that kind of disrespect. And this happened New Year's 20 going into 2025. December 31, 2024. That's when this occurred. I ain't been back since. And I don't go to church regularly anyway. Again, I don't trust man. I don't want man to give me no word. I read the Bible for myself and do and have. I don't need the man to tell me nothing because I got my own fucking mind and I got my own relationship and connection to God and source. And that's not the only religious book that I will read either. Damn me if I do that, because you ain't gonna tell me I only got one way to get to God. But regardless of that, I didn't like that experience, and I linking it to the leader of that church because though, again, the leader didn't say, hey, to lock the doors, don't let anybody out. He didn't do a Marvin Sapp to that extent, but ain't no way you didn't train the fucking usher bitches to just stay there and barricade the doors. And this was like the second or third time, really probably about the third or fourth time, really, that you asked for a donation. Bitch, I already contributed. Like, I didn't have to give you shit. And if at that point, I wish I could have took back the money that I gave. I am tired of it. Like, I'm tired of what capitalism breeds people to be. That's the only thing. I'm tired of what people have done with money in this world, because guess what the Bible says? For the love, not money itself, because y'all keep saying money itself, but for the love of money. The love of money is the root to all evil. That's why all of this shit is happening. That's honestly, it's probably the most important fucking scripture in the world we live in, because the way people love money, they will sell their soul for riches and gold. People do that all the fucking time. And Jamal Bryant is one of them. Creflo Dollar, Bishop Eddie Long. Who else? What other fucking pastors do I need to name in this bitch? Yeah, some of them gone, some of them still here. It's more than that, I'm sure. I'm just talking about Atlanta pastors at this point. I can't take it. But you have people mad because Nakima Levy Armstrong stood on business in this Roland Martin interview. Yeah, she didn't let him talk, but because Roland aligned himself with the fake motherfuckers who supposedly pretend started this movement in the first place. So you got people in the goddamn comments calling Nakima the ego-driven person, when really it's Jamal. He's the ego-driven person. He went and took this entire movement and put his fucking face on it because he know he had a bad reputation in general, but especially within certain parts of the black community. He is trying his best to win black people over all over again. We don't trust you, nigga. You talking about bringing weed selling into the church?
Like weed don't mean they don't know scripture. I can't hear nobody. And too many of you all are cliquish, and you try to turn the church into a country club.
And that turns into
that smell like weed. Wow. And so my position to my deacons is, why aren't we not raising cannabis? I'll be able to bring in black males. They're able to do it legally. And so if the guy, black boy in Bankhead, said they growing weed at the church, where do I join?
Yes.
I don't need no pamphlet for him.
Pipe. Get what? I should just light up just for that right now. My little doobie. Cause what is we talking about, bruh? For real though. What are we doing? You talking about selling weed to me? Bitch, fuck you and that goddamn pipe. Now, I don't think weed is sacrilegious. It is what it is. But nigga, I don't need to buy weed from the church. Can I just come here to get the word? Ain't that what I'm supposed to do? Can I come here and get some fucking money? Can I get some refuge for when I'm struggling? You telling me you want to bring weed into the church. You're telling me you took this fucking movement and put your face on it. You're telling me that Target did not deliver on not one demand, or we have no evidence of them delivering on one demand, but we all of a sudden just stopping the fucking boycott just because you said so. Bitch, I can tell when a fucking snake got paid. Stop playing on our top. This is what I want all y'all really. Y'all are not Martin Luther King Jr. Y'all are not. Y'all ain't even Reverend L. Sharpton. I barely even fuck with him. Y'all are not Louis Farrakhan. Cause honestly, when he about the only leader I want to listen to. Farrakhan ain't never missed to me, and I don't know what he got going on in his personal life. I done heard some things, but for the most part, I always heard positive shit about him. You're not them, Jamal. You have a reputation, and you choose women that are questionable, according to your community, your Christian community. Because see, I don't look at stuff like that, but I know how Christians view things. So you don't make good choices as a man. People still follow you because nobody's perfect. I like a pastor that got a little edge to him who done fell from grace. I get that because I like pastors like that too, but I like real pastors too. I like motherfuckers who got integrity and who, if there ever was a time that they lacked integrity, that they highlight that about themselves. He act like he ain't did nothing. Nigga, you cheated on your wife and there's rumors of tons of outside babies. There's been rumor that some things might have been underage. Who knows? Again, rumors, allegedly. But it's just like, yo, who assigned you? You assigned yourself. You literally assigned yourself as our leader. And again, it started off great because it's like, hell yeah, I don't shop at Target anyway. I'm telling y'all, we didn't grow up on Target. I grew up on Walmart. And to be honest, I only went into Walmart just for the first time in forever a few days ago because they had a product that I couldn't find nowhere else. Even then, I just went and got that one thing and got the fuck out of there. I don't do no Walmart shopping. Amazon, I'm still working on. I tell y'all, you can't boycott everything because then you won't have shit. Little by little, okay? We don't have that many choices. We got choices, but we don't have that many choices anymore. I was just playing. Honestly, we do. Amazon is just so much more efficient. Even if I go to the seller's website, it's not the same. It's not. That Prime delivery is a motherfucker. I can't beat. That USPS can't beat it. It is what it is. You know what I mean? I'm not knocking anybody who decide they want to shop wherever they want to shop because it's almost like the entire world is racist. The clothes on your back, you're going to find out something that is tied to racism because everybody hate black people. That's something you just got to deal with. It's something you come to understand the older you get as a black person. Everybody just hate us. I'm generally speaking, of course, individually that's not true, but generally, yeah, the world is anti-black as fuck. We have to deal with that. And this Target boycott, like I said, it was not hard. It wasn't hard for me. It's like, what would we go back for? Even if they met every demand, which we know they're likely not going to, why would we still go back? And you sow a seed of confusion in our community because I saw on some of the comments, are we boycotting or not? Because I'm in the parking lot. I heard some people said that. And I'm just like, what? Do what you want. You know, do what you want. But when we going to stand for something? As black people, I got a video, which I will apologize in advance if you go look at this video. It's not the full video. I have no idea what happened on the upload, but it's getting so many views and it has quite a few likes. I would be a fool to delete the video, but maybe I might need to change it so I can get the second half out there. Say that's part one. I'm forever boycotting Target, at least as long as I can. If I go in, it got to be a situation where they have something that I can't find anywhere else and I need it right then and there. That's the only time. Just like Walmart, like I said, I hadn't been to Walmart in a long time, maybe over a year, maybe a year and a half. And I went just a couple of days ago because they had something that I needed and I couldn't find it nowhere else nearby. So it is what it is, right? You got to do what you got to do. But for the most part, you need to try your best to stay away. Let them be the last resort. We know that life is not completely black and white. Sometimes there's gray areas where you just got to get a little mixy, right? But stay away from these people who you know don't like us. Just stay away. Let them see what it's like to be without us. Let them see. Let them see. And don't trust these fake ass black leaders. I'm not saying that you have to listen to a black female leader and that black male leaders shouldn't be listened to at all. I just gave my props to Conscious Lee and Deontay Cal. Those are two of the most respectful. I like Dimitri Wiley. Them my top three when it comes to black male leaders. Them the men who I would listen to. Leadership is not going to be what y'all look like in this new season. It is going to be black female led. Just like Jamal Bryant said in his fucking fake ass apology video. That just let black women lead it.
And so to be clear, as hearing from
Soldier, Tamika Mallory, and Representative Turner, and Nakima, they have every intention of moving forward. And I believe that this is the hour where Black women lead. I believe that this is the hour where Black men take their rightful place in their rightful position. I am their brother and glad to walk behind them or beside them, and always available in any capacity, if necessary, to be able to be a partner.
Yeah, because you fucked it up. Because Black men keep selling out. Y'all sell out for the dollar or you sell out for the attention. One way or the other. It's always a sellout. Y'all don't be having integrity enough. And of course, again, it's not all of y'all. Because not all of y'all leaders in general. Not all of y'all leaders. Most of y'all can't even get to where Jamal is at as a leader. And I don't even regard him as he's a leader, but he's not a good leader. So some of y'all can't even get to where he at. People don't even want to fucking listen to you. So I'm not talking about y'all. I'm talking about the good leaders. We need y'all. Wherever y'all at, y'all can't be scared. Because if you're scared, that don't make you no leader. You got to be okay with being either physical or a social martyr. I'm okay with being a social martyr. I'm okay with people disliking my videos, disliking my content. I'm okay with it, honestly. I think it's a key. I think it's funny. Because all it does is reaffirm to me that I'm doing the right thing. Because if you dislike it, that means I made you uncomfortable. I made you uncomfortable. That means I made you face a truth that you didn't want to face. That's what I do as a shadow worker. The more people dislike me, the more I know I'm doing my fucking job. Because with the dislike comes the love too. The people who understand, the people who get it, the people who, oh shit, I made something connect. You feel me? But I love you. If you got this far again, like, comment, subscribe. I will see you on the next one. It's blessings and love over